Hi, welcome to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. In a previous video, I explained the rules for the 2 to 4 player game of the Gallerist. If you'd like to check that out, I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. But here, I'm going to explain the included solo rules because in future videos, that's how we're going to play through the game, and I'd like you to be able to follow along and even participate. So join me at the table and let's learn how to play. You'll follow the normal game setup with a few adjustments. First, choose a player color, as I've done here with yellow, taking its Gallerist pawn and all matching assistants, which you'll place near the board. These will represent Lacerda, the other Gallerist you'll be competing against. Use only a number of tickets and visitors just as you would in a 2-player game, including the placement of reputation tokens, meaning this center column will not be used. You'll take your turn first, and after that first turn, place Lacerda's pawn on the location opposite your own. Now, after all your future turns, Lacerda will move clockwise 1 location, leaving behind an assistant in the location that he left. However, he'll never take any location or executive actions, aside from one exception, which we'll go over in just a moment. Anytime you would kick out one of Lacerda's assistants, a kicked out action is not performed. Instead, put it back in his supply to be used later, and discard 1 ticket from the stack with the most. If there's a tie, choose between the tied stacks. If you ever kick out his Gallerist, also discard a ticket, but leave him in place, and at the end of your turn, move him 1 location clockwise as usual. Anytime Lacerda moves to the international market, or when his pawn or any of his assistants are kicked out from there by you, place one of his assistants onto the table in the first available empty space, starting in the top left and then moving right to the next row. Lacerda will not collect these tokens, instead just discard them. Also, you'll alternate this placement between the top and bottom portions of the table. So his first assistant would go here, but his next one would go here. The next one after that would go back to the top, but over on the right. Then the next one would go here, the next one here, and so on. If he would be placing an assistant in the table, but the next place that he would go is filled because you placed one of your assistants there first, instead of going there, he'll fill in the next available spot following his usual pattern. You'll follow this process throughout the game until the entire table is filled. The end of the solo game is triggered at the end of the round, in which the last ticket is taken from the box office. If that ticket was removed during your action, don't forget, the end of that round will include Lacerda's last movement. You'll then get 1 final turn, but Lacerda won't move after that. The objective of the solo game is to achieve one of 3 possible ranks, which I'll display on the screen for you right now. The higher the rank, the greater challenge the conditions will pose to you. So you'll need to keep the goals of the ranks in mind as you make your gameplay decisions, working as efficiently as possible to achieve your success. And that's everything you need to know to play the solo version of the Gallerist. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to put them in the comments below, and I'll gladly answer them as soon as I get a chance. But until the next episode, thanks for watching.